Welcome back. Today we're strapping in for a pretty big deep dive into the world of Black Desert Online. We've got a whole stack of official notes, event details, community stuff too. And it all points to this huge September 11th update. Okay, so let's try and unpack this. This isn't just like a regular patch. It feels like a really big shift. We're seeing massive new content, but also some really smart quality of life improvements alongside it. It's almost like Pearl Abyss isn't just giving us a bigger map, they're also refining the compass we use, right? So we're here to break down the what's and the why for you, make sure you don't miss any key adventures or, well, those valuable rewards.
Yeah, what's really interesting, I think, is how they're doing both things at once. They're expanding the game, new regions, lore, high-level stuff. But at the same time, they're smoothing out existing systems.
Right.
And throwing in immediate chances to gain stuff through events. It's sort of a dual approach, keeping things fresh, but also making it, well, engaging and maybe a bit more accessible.
Okay, so our mission today is pretty clear then. We want to boil down all these announcements, get to the core info. We'll guide you through what it all means, the immediate benefits, and maybe like the thinking behind Black Desert's latest moves. So you're not just informed, but ready to jump in. Let's kick off with the absolute biggest news first. Edana's Infernal World, Edania Part 2. Just picture it, this huge, new, really challenging expansion opening up. What's the deal with this new frontier?
Yeah, this is definitely the headliner. It's a really significant expansion, digging deeper into the Edenia lore. We're getting new main quests that actually follow on from older sagas, like Ethereum, Nymphomara, or Pita.
Okay, continuing the story.
Exactly. These new ones focus on the new regions, the Edabrum and Zephyros, and really build on the history of Edenia itself. Of course, new lore means new places to fight. So two big new hunting grounds, the Edabrum Castle and Zephyros Castle. The runs pretty high level. Recommended AP is 390, DP 450. You'll be up against ancient weapons, that sort of thing.
Okay, tough stuff.
And Zephyros, even tougher. Needs AP 395 and DP 460. It's all flame and lava demons there. And kind of a fun thing, if you defeat enough monsters, you can get these new titles, like Oh Hot or 24-Hour Furnace. Bit of bragging rights.
Huh, nice. Okay, so beyond just the thrill of fighting in these dangerous new spots,
Yeah.
what are players actually hunting for? Because it's never just about the kills, right? It's about the loot, the upgrades, new artifacts and gems, I heard.
Precisely. That's a huge part of it. The update brings in the Pathfinding Kabua's artifact and Pathfinding Takia's artifact. And these aren't just, tiny stat increases. They give significant boosts to things like monster AP, monster damage reduction, even max HP. Really vital for surviving in Edenia.
How do you get them?
You craft them. You need pathfinding crystals, which drop from the monsters in Edenia, and then combine those with other materials into complete pathfinding crystal lumps.
Sounds like a serious new gearing path. But what about the market? Those crafting bits must be worth a fortune, right?
Oh, absolutely. It shakes things up. Just to give you an idea, those pathfinding crystals, they can sell for like 12.5 million up to 50 million silver each on the central market, the main player market.
Wow.
But the complete pathfinding crystal lump, that can go for, get this, 1.25 billion up to 5 billion silver. It's huge.
Jillian, okay, that's
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And it's not just about making you rich, though it can.
Yeah.
It fundamentally changes the economy for those early Edenia zones. It makes them really lucrative, not just for gear upgrades, but for serious wealth generation. Could pull a lot more players into that high-level content. And besides artifacts, there's also this powerful new gem, Kang's Dark Ruin Gem. You make it through simple alchemy, gives a big plus 60 Edenia Tribe AP, and plus 20 monster damage reduction. Kind of tailor-made for Edenia's challenges.
Useful.
But keep in mind, you can only slot one gem from that particular group, so you have to choose wisely based on what you need most.
Right, strategic choice. Okay, so we've got fighting, farming, but I heard whispers about something really different in this update. Something about, like, territorial control. Tell us about this Edana's Dominator system. It sounds like it could really shake up the power dynamics.
Yeah, this is pretty unique. It adds this really cool layer of, well, controlling territory and gaining prestige in Edenia. Basically, you clear specific weekly boss challenges in those new castles, Nebrum and Zephyros. Doing that earns you Edana's challenge proof.
Okay, proof of your strength.
Right, and those proofs, they're not just trophies. They're your ticket to actually challenge the current Edana, the player who controls the territory for dominance.
Whoa, okay, that's serious power fantasy. But what about the downsides? Or the challenges? Is it like a constant fight to keep control, or do you just rake in the benefits once you have it?
Oh, it's definitely not passive. That's the key. It offers amazing benefits, sure, but you've got to stay engaged to keep that position. If you become the Adana Dominator, you manage the territory, and yeah, you earn the accumulated tax rewards.
Tax rewards, like how much are we talking?
We're talking base amounts around 10 to 15 billion silver. Plus, you get extra tax from people using the entry tickets for special rooms in the castles. And of course, you get to wear the exclusive Adana's crown, pure prestige.
Okay, billion with a B again. Plus a crown.
Yeah. But holding on to that crown, that's going to be an ongoing challenge. Other ambitious players will be coming for it. It adds this whole political endgame layer. Really fascinating.
That sounds intense. But, you know, as cool as new conquests are, it's good to hear Pearl Abyss hasn't forgotten the daily grind. How are these updates making our existing playtime smoother? Because sometimes those QLL changes are what really makes a difference day to day.
Absolutely. And there are some big ones. First off, the contribution point cap increase. You know, as Black Desert got bigger, players just needed more CP for connecting nodes, workers, all that stuff.
Yeah, it felt tight sometimes.
Right. So this update adjusts the XP needed for points 501 and up. It increases the requirement by about 1.6 times every 25 points.
Yeah.
But crucially, if you already have high CP, the game recalculates it based on your existing XP. So it makes progression feel fairer, more accessible for everyone. It's just a smart way to keep the game's economy working well.
That's a welcome change, especially for vets who felt stuck. What about getting items? Sometimes enhancement feels like, well, a gamble. Any streamlining there?
Oh yeah, several key areas got simplified, like box advice boxes. They used to give a random range for enhancement success chance.
Right, the 15-25 box where you always got 15.
Exactly. Well, now they give higher fixed values. So that old 15-25 box just gives you a straight plus 30 advice. It's such a relief, honestly. Takes some RNG frustration out.
That's huge.
And even better, those lower tier magical parchments, anything under plus 100. They're just gone, removed. They get automatically converted into the equivalent box advice. Less inventory mess, clearer path to enhancing. It just makes sense. And another big one, the Debarika ring. Remember the whole complex Erethea's trial thing you had to do?
Vaguely painful memories, yeah.
Well, that's removed now.
Yeah.
If you have the old Forgotten Trace items, they just turn into boxes that give you Debarithea rings directly up to TRI grade, which is already pretty enhanced, plus some silver.
Wow, TRI.
Yeah. Saves a ton of effort.
Right.
Or you can now just trade 100 Chilling Fragment for a Debarika ring. Much simpler.
Okay, making it easier sounds fantastic. But for the players who really ground out Erethea's trial back in the day, does this kind of, I don't know, dilute the achievement? Or is it just necessary now to keep the ring relevant for more people?
That's a really good question. It's always a balancing act, isn't it? I mean, maybe some early adopters feel the prestige is lessened a bit.
Yeah.
But I think the main goal here is probably accessibility. As the game grows and power levels creep up, some core items kind of need to become easier to get. Otherwise, new or returning players feel like they can never catch up. This makes the Debarika ring part of the current progression path without making it, like, trivial to get. It feels pragmatic, keeping people engaged.
Makes sense. I also heard Orbita Castle got some tweaks. It had some stability problems before.
Correct. Yeah, Pearl Abyss acknowledged that. They've made several fixes for the Orbita Castle hunting ground. Lowered the recommended DP slightly from 450 to 445, tweaked monster AP, adjusted some mechanics to make it run smoother, and importantly, they boosted the rewards. More drops of things like Core of Lost Light, Ruined Crystals, Crystallized End Power. Plus, the main reward gimmick happens more often now, 12 times instead of 6, so your time spent there should feel much more worthwhile. It shows they're listening to feedback, which is great.
Definitely. Okay, and then there's this integrated presets function. This sounds like more than just a small QOL tweak. This sounds like a genuine game changer for how you manage your character, like having multiple loadouts ready instantly.
It absolutely is. You nailed it. You can access it to the ESC menu or just hit F8. Integrated presets lets you bundle, well, basically everything about your setup into one profile you can switch on the fly.
Everything, like buffs too.
Yeah. Your food and elixir buffs, your skill loadouts, your active pet groups, your artifacts, even your gems, all saved together as one preset.
So no more clicking through inventory, swapping skills one by one, reapplying buffs. Oh man, that kind of fiddly stuff just pulls you out of the game sometimes.
Exactly. Think about it. PvP scenario. One click, you switch from your tanky setup to your full damage setup, done grinding mobs, click, and you've got your life skill gear and setup ready.
That's incredible.
It's not just convenience, though. It really lowers the mental barrier to doing different types of content, right? Maybe you were hesitant to try PvP because swapping everything was a pain. Now it's easy. It really encourages you to explore different parts of the game. Less prep time, less friction, more playing. Seems like they really want people to engage with everything BDO offers.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about stuff you can jump into right now. The events. Looks like a ton of ways to grab some great rewards immediately, starting with the crossplay second anniversary.
Indeed. That runs from September 11th all the way to October 2nd. And it's a good one for rewarding just playing the game. The main thing is the Endless Adventure coin. You get these from doing pretty much anything, hunting, gathering, fishing, even just logging in for 30 or 60 minutes each day.
So easy to participate.
Very easy. Designed so everyone can benefit no matter how you like to play.
And what are the prizes like? Worth doing those daily logins.
Oh yeah, the rewards are seriously good for progression. We're talking bulks advice, plus 150, 1,000 cron stones. You know how vital those are for enhancing?
Don't leave home without them.
Right. And there's the Radiant Storage Selection Box. Super versatile, gives you 8-slot storage expansions for different towns, even a 4-slot one for Heidel. Plus other useful bits like Garmouth's Roots, Maid Contracts, Enhancement Boxes. It's a really solid way to give your character a quick boost.
Nice. And wasn't there something about helping people try new classes? That's always a big deal in MMOs. Marnie's unstable fuel support.
Yes, exactly. From September 11th to the 25th, just log in and you get 100 Marnie's unstable fuel once per family account. This fuel's what you use for the item transfer system.
Remind me how that works again.
Sure, it lets you link a new character to your main character. Then you can use the fuel to temporarily transfer your main's powerful gear over to the new character. So you can try out, say, a different class with your high-end gear without having to grind it all out again from scratch.
Ah, okay, that's clever.
Yeah. Though some stuff is excluded, like character-bound costumes or season gear. Normally, this fuel costs 10 million silver each from an NPC, and the transfer itself has a cost based on the gear's market value and Caphras levels.
Right, Caphras stones, the extra enhancement things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this event basically gives you a free pass, 100 fuels worth, to experiment with a new class using gear you already own. Super helpful.
Definitely. And for the PvP crowd, events for Red Battlefield and Node Wars too. Sounds like a good time to jump into the fight.
Absolutely. Same time frame, September 11th to 25th. PvP participation is getting heavily rewarded, really pushing that community engagement in big fights. For Red Battlefield, there are daily quests from the Black Spirit. You earn proof of Battlefield 25 if your team wins, 10 if you lose.
What do the proofs get you?
You trade them in for rewards like 200 million silver, mysterious spirit powder, and you get a choice between valuable perfumes or strong forest footprints. Plus, there's a one-time family quest, get 100 proofs, and you score 500 cron stones and some other goodies. And for Node Wars, if you join your guild or alliance in other limited or unlimited wars, there are rewards for both individuals and the guild itself. Just participating 3 times can net an individual up to 800 million silver. A win gets you 500 cron stones.
Wow, just for participating.
Yeah. And the big one for guilds or alliances, they can earn a massive 10 billion silver in guild funds. It's clearly aimed at boosting guild activity, rewarding teamwork.
10 billion. They are really incentivizing guild play.
Okay, and finally for the absolute top-tier, sweaty PvP players, the Arsha Leaderboard.
Sounds hardcore.
It is. The Arsha Leaderboard is a special weekend event running September 12th to 14th during specific times. It's really for the elite players. You need a combined AP and DP of 700 or more to even join.
Okay, serious gear required.
Definitely. It's intense 1-hour battles in the nameless battlefield area on the Arsha server. You get points for kills, but fewer points for killing the same person repeatedly. Deaths cost you points. The leaderboard tracks the top 100 and resets daily.
And the rewards match the challenge.
Oh yeah. We're talking significant amounts of gold bar 1000G. Like 30 of those bars for first place each day. It's a direct way for the absolute best PvP players to prove their skill and earn, well, immense wealth.
Wow. Okay, what a truly massive set of updates and events. We've gone through the huge expansion with Adenia Part 2, the really crucial quality of life stuff like integrated presets and making items easier to get, and this whole slate of events packed with rewards. It feels like there's something new for, well, pretty much everyone.
Yeah, it's really comprehensive. And, this kind of ongoing development, not just adding more stuff, but actively refining the experience. It really makes you think, doesn't it? How does this continuous evolution, these QLL improvements, actually change how people engage with an MMO long term?
Good question.
Does it just give you more chores, or does it genuinely deepen the engagement by removing those little frustrations and opening up new ways to play, like that Dominator system, or instantly swapping builds?
Yeah.
What stands out to you from all this is something that really shifts how you'd approach the game now?
That's something to chew on. Whether you're diving into the dangers of Adenia, finally optimizing your setups with presets, or maybe jumping into Node Wars for those huge rewards, There's definitely a fresh energy in Black Desert right now. So explore the changes, grab those event rewards, and go forth and conquer, adventurer.